Unit 1, Lesson 1, Topic, Animal Traits. Vocabulary and context. Read each context card. Use a vocabulary word to tell about something you did. Curly. A poodle is a dog that has a very curly hair. Straight. Some kinds of dog have long, straight hair. Floppy. Hound dogs have floppy ears. The ears hang down very low. Drooled. The Saint Bernard drooled all over the place. Weighed. A dog can be weighed on a scale. Then the vet knows how heavy the dog is. Stood. The children measured the dog. He stood 1 foot tall. Collars. Collars come in different styles. A collar goes around a dog's neck. Row. The dog treats are lined up in a row on the shelf. Read and comprehend. Target skill. Sequence of events. In Henry and Mudge, one event happens, then another and another. The order of the events in a story is called the sequence of events. You can use a chart like this one to show the order of the story events. First, next, last. Infer, predict. Use clues or text evidence to figure out more about story parts. Preview the topic. Animal traits. All dogs are alike in some ways. Dogs are also different in some ways. Some dogs are short, some dogs are tall. Some have long, skinny tails, some have short, fluffy tails. The different ways a dog can look are called traits. Each dog's traits make it special. In Henry and Mudge, you will read about one dog who looks different from all the others. Target skill. Sequence of events. Tell the order in which things happen. Genre. Realistic fiction is a story that could happen in real life. As you read, look for characters who act like real people. Story elements that could happen to you or to someone you know. Meet the author, Cynthia Rylant. Henry and Mudge have starred in more than 25 books by Cynthia Rylant. A musical based on their adventures once toured the United States. The part of Mudge was played by a grown man in a dog costume. Meet the illustrator, Susie Steverson. Susie Steverson loves drawing the character of Mudge. In fact, she has 2 big dogs of her own. They don't drool as much as Mudge, she says. Henry and Mudge by Cynthia Rylant. Essential question. What is a perfect pet like? Henry had no brothers and no sisters. I want a brother, he told his parents. Sorry, they said. Henry had no friends on his street. I want to live on a different street, he told his parents. Sorry, they said. Henry had no pets at home. I want to have a dog, he told his parents. Sorry, they almost said. But first they looked at their house with no brothers and sisters. Then they looked at their street with no children. Then they looked at Henry's face. Then they looked at each other. "Okay," they said. "I want to hug you," Henry told his parents. And he did. Analyze the text. Sequence of events. What happens after Henry's parents look at each other? Henry searched for a dog. "Not just any dog," said Henry. "Not a short one," he said. "Not a curly one," he said. "And no pointed ears." Then he found Mudge. Mudge had floppy ears, not pointed, and Mudge had straight fur, not curly. But Mudge was short, "because he's a puppy," Henry said. "He'll grow." Analyze the text. Author's word choice. What words does the author use to describe Mudge? And did he ever? He grew out of his puppy cage. He grew out of his dog cage. He grew out of 7 collars in a row. And when he finally stopped growing, he weighed 180 pounds. He stood 3 feet tall and he drooled. "I'm glad you are not short," Henry said, and Mudge licked him, then sat on him. Comprehension. How to analyze the text. Use these pages to learn about sequence of events and author's word choice. Then read Henry and Mudge again. Use what you learned to understand it better. Sequence of events. In Henry and Mudge, you read about how Henry's family gets Mudge. The author writes about what happens in a certain order. The order of what happens in a story is called the sequence of events. Think about what happens first, next, and last in the story. You can show sequence of events in a chart like the one below. First, next, last. Author's word choice. Authors think about which words and phrases to use in a story. Choosing strong words makes the story interesting. Some strong words can help you picture what is happening and what things look like. As you reread the story, think about the words the author used to tell about Mudge. Your turn. Return to the essential question. Turn and talk. What is a perfect pet like? Talk about your ideas with a partner. Take turns talking. Use text evidence from Henry and Mudge to tell your ideas. Listen carefully to what your partner says and ask questions if you don't understand something. Classroom conversation. Now, talk about these questions with the class. 1. Why did Henry want a dog? 2. What happens as Mudge grows? Find text evidence to explain. Use the words and pictures to tell what happens in order. 3. Do you think Henry and his parents knew how big Mudge would get? Why or why not? Write about reading. Response. Think about what Henry asks for at the beginning of the story. Do you think that Henry's parents are right to let him get a dog? Write a few sentences to explain your opinion. Use text evidence from the story to help tell your reasons. Writing tip. Use a capital letter at the beginning of each sentence. Use an and mark at the end of each sentence. Informational text. Genre. Informational text give facts about topic. Headings are titles for different parts of a selection. All in the Family by Catherine Mackin. At the San Antonio Zoo, you can see many amazing animals. Some of these animals may have a family member living in your neighborhood. Different kinds of dogs. Bush dogs live in Central America and South America. They have straight brown fur. In the wild, they eat large rodents. Pet dogs come in all shapes and sizes. They may have floppy ears or curly hair. They eat food made for dogs. Pet dogs should wear collars. Cats of all sizes. Lions belong to the cat family. They can grow up to 8 feet long. Some have stood 4 feet tall. Lions hunt big animals in the wild. Most house cats do not weigh more than 15 pounds. They mostly eat special food for cats. However, some cats like to hunt for mice or birds. Large lizards. Komodo dragons are the largest lizards. They can grow to 10 feet long. Some have weighed 500 pounds. The saliva of Komodo dragons is dangerous. You would not want to be drooled on by a Komodo dragon. Little lizards. Geckos belong to the lizard family. They are about 8 inches long. Adult geckos eat about 1 to 2 ounces. Geckos eat insects. They can eat 10 crickets in a row. Text to text. Compare and contrast. With a partner, pick one of the animals from all in the family. Discuss how that animal is the same as and different from Mudge. Ask a question if you don't understand something your partner says. Text to self. Make a list. Henry convinces his parents to get a dog. What reasons does he give? Imagine you want a new pet. List your reasons. Text to world. Connect to science. Choose an animal from all in the family to research. Make a list of questions and find the answers. Then share the answers with a partner. Grammar. Subjects and predicates. The subject of a sentence is the naming part. It tells who or what did or does something. Pam walks her dog. The boy chooses a pet. The predicate of a sentence is the action part. It tells what the subject did or does. The dog pulls on a rope. Ben plays with his dog. Try this. Write each sentence, then circle the subject. 1. Mel grew tall. 2. My father hugs the dog. Write each sentence. Draw a line under the predicate. The boys play ball. Susan fed her dog. When two short sentences have the same predicate, You can put the sentences together. Join them to make one longer sentence. Write and between the two subjects. This will make your writing smoother. Short sentences. Jim liked the park. Spot liked the park. New sentence with joined subjects. Jim and Spot liked the park. Connect grammar to writing. When you revise your sentences, try joining sentences that have the same predicate. Narrative writing ideas. Use details when you write a true story about something that happened. Details help your reader picture what you are telling about. Megan drafts some sentences for a true story. See how she revised her writing to add details. Revised draft. My friend Lucy gave me a beautiful bracelet. She made it with many colorful beads. She calls it a friendship bracelet. When I wear it, I think of my best friend Lucy. I love my bracelet. Writing traits checklist. Ideas. Did I use details to tell the reader more? Organization. Did I tell about events in an order that makes sense? Word choice. Did I use words that describe? Voice. Does my writing sound like the way I would tell the story? Final copy. A Gift by Megan Stiles. My friend Lucy gave me a beautiful bracelet. She made it with many colorful beads. She calls it a friendship bracelet. When I wear it, I think of my best friend Lucy. I love my bracelet. Reading as a writer. How do the words that Megan added help you picture what she's telling about? Where can you add details to your true story? I added details to my final paper to make it more interesting.